Hello everyone, thanks for joining me for today's Lunch and Learn. I'm Keith Armour, the Adult Learning and Literacy Manager. Today we're going to talk all about our free classes in the Adult Learning Center, plus a whole bunch of events that are happening all December long and into the winter. So let's go ahead and take a look. Well, all right, we're going to talk about the Adult Learning Center winter classes first, and then I'm going to show you how to explore the calendar. It's a lot easier to do than you might think. We have a lot of things planned during the winter months. It's a great time to get warmed up, come to the library, but also learn some new things as well. The Adult Learning Center is definitely located at the main library downtown in the north building on the first floor. We do a variety of different things, but one of them that we do is also our virtual classes. And our virtual classes makes it so convenient for you to be able to open up your laptop, a mobile device, and actually participate in a class. We have a variety of them, and I'm going to go over very briefly some of them right here for you. You can look under, you can see under the category of Career 101, we do a series on the first, second, third, and fourth Wednesday of each month. And during December, I need a resume, how to write a cover letter, I've got an interview, now what? Some handy tips for you. And then professional email etiquette. Very important to be able to write a good email and make sure that you keep it professionally if you're working in a job or you're looking for a job. And those all happen on Wednesdays, and that's from 3 to 4. It makes it very convenient for people to be able to just come on in and let us give you a little bit of updated information on resume writing and cover letters and tips for interviews, and then of course email as well. We repeat the same series in January and February as well. We are diving a little bit more into computer and technology. We have PowerPoint presentations that are happening in December, and those are from 4 to 5. And Tech Basics are happening on December the 12th and February the 13th. We have a huge population that gets help with our ESOL, and that's English speakers of other languages. And we are going to start a level 1 class in January. And also our level 2 class, which is already ongoing, will have open enrollment starting January 9th. And you'll get more information on the event calendar for that as well. But you can always join our ESOL for everyone. That is done by our wonderful Nicole, and she is doing that from 11 until 12, and that's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We have a couple of different things to explore for 101. Watercolors for seniors, watercolors for everyone, and those happen on Mondays, December through February. The seniors is 3 to 4, and then for everyone else is 5 to 6. Paint Like the Masters on Thursdays from 12 to 1, and then drawing and journaling the natural world. Nicole's been working really hard on that series and getting really ready for it, and that's happening in December from 3 to 4 as well, so you can sign up for that. Something different, our own Augustin, he does stand-up comedy, and he is actually in charge of this class, stand-up comedy, and that meets on Tuesdays from 4 to 5. He has got some great ideas and also about different ways that you can go about getting on those open mic nights and everything, so it's really kind of fun. We have a series called Explore, and we're going to explore some library resources that are online. Canopy, Universal Class, and Creative Bug, and that's going to be the first Wednesday of the month, the first Wednesday of the month in December, and then in January, and then in February. We also have a new class called Classical Music for Everyone. I'm going to click on this, and you'll see here is the title, and of course when it's going to meet, and it's about classical music, and you can register. It's 8 sessions. You don't have to attend all of them, but you do need to sign up for them to be able to get the Zoom link for the class about 24 hours before you get there, okay? So that's a really great way to learn a little bit more. Now, if I go back, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger again. Then the next section we have is exploring Life 101. So preparing for the U.S. citizen exam, that is Tuesdays, goals and grit, effective verbal and nonverbal communication, meal planning 101, and then cybersecurity information and protection program, and avoiding consumer scams. That's actually presented by the Ohio Attorney General's Office, their Consumer Affairs Division and Protection. They are just wonderful about sharing some important information that everyone needs to know so they can really avoid those scams and making sure they keep their own information secure out there on the internet. And then we have some in-person classes. You can learn about Zoom. There's that Tech Basics class, and then we have a Zoom class every month that someone can come in, and we'll just go over the basis and how to really figure out how to do Zoom and make sure that you can kind of communicate. If you need any information about any of this, or you'd like this entire list, just email us at alc@chpl.org or give us a phone call, and we'd be more than happy to sign you up for any of those classes. Now, I am going to go to our event calendar. Now, our event calendar has, look right here, 2,749 items. That means that's how many events are on this calendar. And that can be kind of daunting. So, you can do a couple of things. You can look at only the featured events. You click here, and it comes down to 293. And then you could even view options. You can print them. You can even add them to a feed as well. But we're going to go back to the 2,749, pardon me. And you can select by date. Say your kids are coming in from out of town, or you've got the grandkids for the weekend. Maybe you might want to select by the date. So you can run a particular time. You're going to say the 2nd through the 16th. And see what's happening at your local branch. Speaking of local branches, you can look at all of the online events. There's 154. There's not just the Adult Learning Center, but there's a lot of story times that are virtual and some other options as well. But if you're looking for some in-person things, here is our branches right here listed. And I'm going to say show more, because you know we have 41. And after each one, it tells you how many programs they're going to have, okay? Now, keep in mind, some of the branches are undergoing some renovations and some updates, so that might be the reason why there's not that many. So just keep in mind. But if you really would like, if you live near Northside and you want to go to one of their events, you can click there and you can see all 78 events just happening at Northside. If I move down here, I can also divide it up by audience. Say I'm just looking for programs for kids, and that's 798 of them there. Or I might just be looking for programs for myself as a senior, and there's 30 programs there. Then the last couple of things here is event types, and we try to divide it up as in many different categories. You can see all the categories here. So you look right here, 1,660 storytime events. Job and careers here, Black events and exhibits, there's 6. Arts and culture, 155. And then I could go down here to programming, not as many, but don't forget about our wonderful writer in residence program. And then of course, language. Our language is of course English, so all of our programs are in English. Now, I do want to point out right here, look at this, Teen DIY Spa Night. So if I click on here, I can get more information. Now, right here, it tells me a great deal of information. Sadly, it is full, but you can join the waiting list. Let's go right here, ornament making. It's Miami Township. We're going to click right here. It's going to give you all the information. And for this one, you do not have to sign up. You're just finding out that you could make a winter themed ornament to get into the spirit of the season. And that's happening from 10 until 5 on Saturday, December the 3rd. So a lot of great information is right there. You can even see the location of Miami Township. Here's Christmas crafts for kids. You've got virtual office hours for the writers in residence. And Color Me Calm, Queen City Clay hand building class, in-person Legos in the library. That's a really good program. Classic Movie Club, and that's happening over at Wyoming. And there's just so many great things. Here's Internet for Beginners. If you're over near the North Central branch, they're going to help you out. Of course, you could join. The registration's full, but you could join the wait list. Here's a Classic Book Club, but there's so many on here. So I would suggest that you decide upon the date that you might be available, and then, of course, the location, and then even the audience or the event type. But don't forget about our wonderful classes that are happening in the Adult Learning Center. Once again, if you want to know any information about any of those classes, just go ahead and send us an email at alc@chpl.org. All right, I'm going to click out and tell you a few more things. Well, all right, we took a look at Teen DIY Spa Night happening over at Mumford Heights, the Classic Movie Club over at Wyoming, and of course all the different story times. But definitely do not forget about the 26 classes that are happening through the Adult Learning Center. I'll see you next time for another Lunch Learn. Bye-bye.